Hi everyone, I'm Katie and you're on To Be Read, and today I'm here with the Readathon Tbr. So Alphabetathon is a readathon where you read books according to the letters of the alphabet, and for the month of July, Bookaholic Banter is hosting a special month-long summer round of Alphabetathon. So the idea for this round is to read through the alphabet in the month of July. That is A to Z, 26 books in 31 days. Now, that is quite a feat, and I don't know if I'm going to absolutely get to 26 books, but I'm going to give it a try, and I've listed all 26 books on my TBR, which I'm going to share. But there is one little challenge, let's say, and that is that you've got to read them in order of the alphabet. You have to start at the beginning of the month with A, B and C, and then the end of the month with X, Y and Z, all the way through. So you can't skip and change. And the word the at the beginning of any title or A counts for A or T. You cannot use the second word. So I'll be starting off the readathon with the letter A, and I've chosen Assassin's Heart by Sarah Ahers. Now this book is a fantasy book where you've got 9 families of assassins, and our main character Leah wakes up one day to find that her family has been assassinated, and it's going to be her overcoming this and maybe some revenge, and I'm very interested to see where the story goes. For the letter B, I've chosen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is a graphic novel and I'm reading it for Tome Topple. I figured it'd be great to put in at this point. Graphic novels are really quick, and even though it's quite a large graphic novel, I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I really hope that I'm able to get through it really quickly. Now, the third book is for the letter C, and for this I've chosen Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I also have this on my Tome Topple TBR, and I've probably already started it, but I'm going to keep it here because I've got 26 books to get through, and it's going to be a very long month if I can't use books that I've maybe read the first couple of 100 pages of. So I'm going to keep it in here. Hopefully I won't have finished it before the Alphabetathon has started, otherwise I might have to choose another book for this challenge. Now for D, I've chosen Dragon Marked by Jamin Eve. This sounds like an urban fantasy novel about, wait for it, dragons. There's a lot of other supernatural creatures mentioned in the blurb. I love urban fantasy and I haven't read a lot of it lately, and I'm really interested to get back into some urban fantasy. We're now up to E, and for E I've chosen End of Days by Susan E. This will make a bit of sense when my A Yearathon TBR comes up. This is the last book in a trilogy, so I can't really say much about it, other than it's a paranormal fantasy novel with angels. Now for F, I've got Freya, and this is a urban fantasy novel featuring Norse mythology. It sounds really interesting, and a new take on Norse mythology, which I haven't seen much of in YA fiction. For G, I have Game Player by BJ Harvey. I've decided to throw in a contemporary romance here. I've got a lot of fantasy and a lot of paranormal at the beginning of my TBR, and I really like romance, and it really helps to palate cleanse almost. It's a contemporary novel about 2 players who somehow come together, and maybe they're playing the opposite game, and how is that going to work? I'm interested. H, I have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I have stalled on this book in my Harry Potter read-through for a month or 2 now, and I really need to get it read. I'm doing a reread. I love Harry Potter. This shouldn't be an issue. I'm going to get this read. For the letter I have Ink. Now I'm really intrigued by this novel. The cover is absolutely glorious, and it's a fantasy novel where people's lives are inked on their skin, and when they die the skin is made into a book. For the letter J, we've got Just Friends by Marie Cole. This is a Friends to More romance novel, and it sounds really good. For For K, we have Kissing Max Holden. It's another romance contemporary novel, but it sounds like a whole lot of fun. For the letter L, we have Listen to Your Heart by Casey West. I love Casey West, so this novel is going to be a whole lot of fun for me. For the letter M, we have My Plain Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brodie Ashton, and Jodie Meadows. This is a retelling of Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre with a Ghostbusters twist. And the only thing I'm upset about is that I've got to wait so long to read it. For the letter N, I have Now I Rise by Kirsten White. This is the second book in a trilogy, and the third book comes out in July. So I really have to get to this. This is a retelling of Dracula, where Dracula is Lada, and Lada is a woman. For the letter O, I have One More Day by M. Malone. This is a new adult romance novel, which sounds like Good Girl Meets Bad Boy. For P, I have Pretend You're Mine by Crystal Caswell. Now this is, well, it sounds like a fake relationship mixed with a office romance novel, and those are two tropes I do really enjoy. For Q, I have Queendom of the Seven Lakes by A.B. Endicott, and this sounds like a main character who's an assassin that must protect the crowned prince. Interesting. Keeping with the royalty theme, we also have, for the letter R, Royally Bad. Now this sounds like a bad boy romance novel where the boy is a prince. For S, I have Snow by Michaela Elliott. This is a paranormal novel with vampires, and I haven't really read many vampire books lately. So I've thrown this one in there just to change things up. For the letter T, I have Tithe by Holly Black. I am doing a read of Holly Black's books this year. I'm hoping to get as many of them done as I can. And this is a fairy novel, and I recently read The Cruel Prince by Holly Black and really enjoyed it. For you, I have Unraveling by Sarah Aller. This is the second book in a trilogy, and the third book has just come out. For the letter V, I have V is for Virgin by Kelly Oram, where our main character Val gets dumped because she wants to stay a virgin until she is married. She starts a rally which actually becomes bigger than anything she could have expected, and it just sounds like a really good novel, probably fun and lighthearted, but with serious themes as well. For W, I have Whisper by Lynette Noni. I received this in my May the YA Chronicles box, and it sounds really good, and I do like Lynette Noni, so I'm really interested to see how this book goes. For X, I have Zoe by Sarah Rathel, and I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. This sounds like a paranormal novel, and when looking for novels for X, this one really stood out. The book I've chosen for Y is York, and it sounds kind of like a steampunky middle grade novel that I'm really interested in. Finally, we have the letter Z, and for Z I've chosen Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I was very interested in this book last year and when it came out in January, but it's just been sitting on my TBR shelf and I really do need to get to it. So that's it for my Alphabetathon TBR. I do want to end by saying that these books are not set in stone, and I might change them throughout the readathon, I'm not sure yet. And I might not even get to all of them because that's a lot of books for July. And there are other readathons as well, and I'm trying to coordinate so that I can get as many of these books into themes for other readathons that I can. It has been a very interesting experience trying to coordinate that, and I've still got a couple of other readathons that I'm doing at the end of July, such as Biannual Bibliothon and Booktubeathon. So this will be very interesting in July. Well, if you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, don't forget to subscribe down below and click the like button. And if you're interested in any upcoming videos, don't forget to click the bell to be alerted when my next video is up. For now, keep calm and read on. Bye!